Welcome, one and all, to the third installment of Wrestling's Real, the unfiltered and uncensored video podcast in which we talk about the best and worst shows in the history of wrestling. I am Andy, flanked by my brother Kyle.
How you doing? I'm Kyle. I love wrestling. I sure do. Especially this pay-per-view. This was great.
This was a fantastic show. I hate to spoil it right away, but fuck, man, I had a great time watching this. Sorry. We are also flanked by our brother from another mother, Mario.
What you gonna do, brother, when the Lima Boys come at you with episode 3, brother? There's no Hulk Hogan in this picture.
There's no Hulk Hogan.
Thank God. We need a breather.
We needed a break from Hulk Hogan.
I need a break from Terry.
We did Terry break.
I want to welcome all of our new viewers. The first 2 episodes have been getting more and more views and engagement by the day. So from all of us here at Wrestling's Real, we want to thank you so much for the support.
We love you.
On today's edition, we are not only just celebrating the Thanksgiving season. No. We are also celebrating the 20th anniversary of Survivor Series 2003, an infamous Ruthless Aggression pay-per-view, widely considered to be one of the best Survivor Series shows ever. Do you boys have any history with this show?
When I was younger, no. I was a stupid kid. I don't remember a lot of stuff. I only remembered WrestleMania and all that stuff, and the bigger ones like SummerSlam. I guess Survivor Series is a big one, but
because I think
only the real big moments. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I think me and you got back into wrestling at the same time. Because I personally took a break after WrestleMania 18. I think I just lost interest, so I missed the first brand split.
It was weird because we watched every so often.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's I remember watching Kane being unmasked, and I was so disappointed as a Kane fan because I loved Masked Kane and I thought he was the coolest looking wrestler I've ever seen.
Facts.
And we had the Kane phone as kids.
Oh, God, the Kane phone.
I still have that Cane phone.
Good.
Just to show it off. But seeing just that maskless Kane, I kind of stopped.
Understood.
But yeah, what we're even going here, we go on fucking wrestling tangents all the time. But
that's what we're about, boys.
In a nutshell, I don't have many memories with this, but this was an absolute treat to watch.
Mario.
Yes.
Are you at all familiar with this era, Ruthless Aggression as it's called?
Very little, because I think this is around a time I fell off.
Yeah.
Really?
Because I remember being distraught as a Steve Austin fan. This is his kind of farewell. So yeah, I'm only familiar with that segment of him kind of saying farewell in Texas for what we thought would be the last time, obviously not. But yeah, other than that, not much information on this, and I really enjoyed it.
The show begins with an insane video package. It's so unbelievably dramatic.
As it should be. It's Survivor Series.
Do you have what it takes to survive?
It's awesome, man. I don't know what to tell you. And look at that, Triple H with the fucking briefcase. We'll get to that, dude. This show is something else.
I miss these crazy ass video packages.
I'm so excited to be in a pay-per-view during the Evolution era.
Yeah.
We get to see Evolution. I loved Evolution when they formed, and I thought it was the coolest faction ever, because it was again, compared to the Marvel, it's the Avengers. They were seeing those four guys together was insane. It was the new Four Horsemen, because Rick was involved.
It comes with good and it comes with bad.
I love it, but they're the villains, bro. I have to fucking boo them. They're assholes. I hate them all, especially Batista.
So, from the year 2002 to 2005, a lot of smarks refer to this era as the Reign of Terror. The Reign of Terror, of course, being Triple H on television every fucking week, every fucking segment, world champ, always winning at the big shows. That's the Reign of Terror. Basically, what babyface Roman was to us. Watching Roman just get shoved down our fucking throats every week and the suffer and succotash, that is probably the equivalent modern day. Because at the time, smart fans were just pissed about it. Because oh my God, another Triple H segment, another Triple H win. Of course he wins. It's kind of like the Bloodline. It's like poetry. It rhymes.
I can totally see that frustration. can kind of play devil's advocate here and say it kind of doesn't matter because he's a fucking heel anyway. So
You
you're
do
gonna
need an
boo
antagonist,
him.
yeah.
You're gonna boo him no matter what, and he was the antagonist
He
of
was
this
the
era.
ultimate antagonist.
This was probably like one of my favorite Triple H runs, I guess.
Really?
I don't know. Something about this was so iconic. He was just such a fucking asshole, and I love Evolution as a faction.
But the villain needs to get his comeuppance, and it's like he had to win every fucking match he ever had and retain every championship match.
I totally understand.
It was brutal. I remember watching in 2005. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
It's always funny to go back to these old pay-per-views and see, like, you know, what these guys were and what they are now.
It's
you know,
wild.
Triple H is running creative now, and it's just
Yeah,
crazy
man.
to
It's
see.
really weird seeing it in that
Like, how's that
lens as
for
well.
evolution?
What's
you know?
Like, this guy is fucking head, like, booker.
Let's look at all
He's
these
God.
guys all the way through. We'll start on the right because I don't want to talk about the left yet. Randy Orton still killing it, although he's been gone for a while because he got injured.
He's
Legend.
definitely
He's a fucking legend.
Batista, in my opinion, the greatest wrestler turned actor.
facts.
Yeah,
killing
that's-
it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Triple H, fucking running the fucking show now. Fabulous.
Saved WWE. I would say.
And that's it. Let's
and-
move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
Oh, no.
One is a AEW superstar.
Oh, come on.
Apparently headlining Collision this January
No.
at the Bojangles Coliseum.
come on.
Woo!
God damn it. We can't fucking escape him.
This podcast
The third
is sponsored by Woo Energy. Woo!
$24.99 a six pack. Woo!
Flair in a can. Woo energy. Woo! Look at his old Atkins. Look how.
Yeah, these video packages that they had at the time, like, they did such a great job of, like, going through the modern storylines, like, going into the show. Like, now I'm excited. I'm put back in the time. I'm excited for Kane and Shane. I'm excited for Vince and Undertaker. I'm excited for, you know, Goldberg and Triple H, even though we'll get to it later. Unfortunately, I shouldn't have been.
Are
hyped
you
for it.
really? You're excited?
Well, when I first booted this up, I'm like, holy shit, this is wild. And then I remembered, oh, Goldberg didn't do so well his first time around.
Yeah.
Raw and SmackDown present Survivor Series 2003 live from a sold-out American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas. There's There's alternating commentary teams throughout the show. We begin with Michael Cole and Taz calling the action. Underrated duo. I love Michael Cole and Taz.
Legends. One of the best commentary duos, like, ever.
They're so fucking good. Our opening contest is a classic Survivor Series elimination match. Team Angle versus Team Lesnar. Basic Thugonomics hits. It's a motherfucking doctor. The doctor of Thugonomics, John Cena, makes his way to the ring. I don't know about you guys, but this Cena kid might make it. Look at his fucking dress wear.
The Joe Namath fucking jersey on.
A Joe Namath jersey in Dallas. That's kind of weird.
So he was starting, like, with the face turn here.
Yeah, so he was transitioning from a more heel John Cena, like Dr. Thugonomics, to a more babyface Dr. Thugonomics. They really, really wanted to, like, give him a little push here. He comes out and he cuts his typical risque freestyle. Do you guys remember any bars?
I don't remember any
was
bars.
something-
I'm sorry to
Allow me to refresh you, Kyle.
upset you.
This whole pay-per-view is ass backwards. The main event is on first. I come through the curtains like a fetus. The rest of them are just afterbirth.
Damn.
It's better when you're reading it like that, but when Cena, like, does it, it just doesn't hold up like it used to.
It really doesn't. Especially this line in particular, which I'm pretty sure can get him canceled. John Cena survive alone. I don't need no frickin' stable. I wonder if I can trade in my 4 partners for a one-night stand with Sable. Brock Lesnar's future wife. That's kind of meta. Team Angle consists of Cena, Benoit, Bradshaw, Hardcore Holly, and of course, Kurt Angle, baby.
That's right, baby. I love Team Angle.
I'm so happy to see Kurt. He is the fucking best of all time, or one of the best of all time. I don't want to say best because my best of all time changes all the fucking time.
Nah, man. I think that is, like, completely, like, fair to put Kurt up there. Kurt is one of the most entertaining / just like most technical, like awesome wrestlers to watch.
We didn't appreciate him at the time.
No, not at all. I did not appreciate him until we rewatched all the WrestleManias together, Andrew.
And he had some tremendous goddamn matches. Kurt Angle comes leading his team off a perk 30, and
I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to go there, but
hey, listen, he's doing good now.
He's doing good now, and that's all that matters.
Team Lesnar consists of U.S. champ Big Show, A-Train, a.k.a. Lord Tensai.
Or Sweet Tea.
Or Sweet Tea. Or Albert. Or Prince Albert. Or Jason Alberts. Or Matt Bloom.
Oh, my God.
Or Giant Bernard. I forgot about Giant Bernard. Yeah, this guy's had more names than fucking Ric Flair's had tax evasion. Nathan Jones.
Legendary.
Oh yeah, legendary Nathan Jones.
He played Ryko in the Mortal Kombat
You told
movie.
me that. Is that real?
Yes. I'm not lying.
hilarious.
So random.
Which Mortal Kombat?
The one,
The newest
the one on
one.
HBO Max. He played Ryko.
Oh,
Yeah, man. Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna see Nathan Jones doing good these days.
He's living his best life.
Hey, man, he's a good stunt guy.
Matt Morgan, and of course the Beast Brock Lesnar.
Hell yeah.
But Hardcore Holly immediately goes right after Brock Lesnar and gets DQ'd.
Real? Oh my God, I forgot. Holy shit.
Yeah, just attacks Brock and then pushes the referee Brian Hebner, aka Blue Shoes, as I like to call
I had a
him.
fun note about this. Hardcore Holly's a fucking genius. He's probably still gonna get that check. He probably fucking went out there, did his entrance, got eliminated, went back to fucking catering, hit the pay window, and he went home.
It's a smart strat.
Like,
it's a
he
very
just,
smart
like,
strat.
Just fuck it. That's the easiest fucking work ever. You just come in, say, hey, what's up? Fuck around with Kurt. He's out.
It's like the Zodiac.
Oh my God.
But do you guys know why Hardcore went after Brock Lesnar?
No.
In 2002, a young Brock Lesnar and Hardcore Holly had a match on SmackDown. Brock had him in a powerbomb position, and apparently Hardcore sandbagged him, and then Brock just fucking dropped him right on his head.
Oh, wow.
And he broke his neck, like, for real.
Wow.
He came back a year later, and they just booked him with Brock. It's like, oh, it's the guy who broke your neck, pal. But yeah, stupid, very stupid, but fuck
A lot of stupid shit here.
What's his allegiance to Kurt Angle anyway? Who cares?
Yeah.
It's really fast paced considering all the slow pokes on Brock's side. Like, you got Matt Morgan and Nathan Jones, Dingo Doyle.
Yeah, what's with, like, Matt Morgan and, like, Nathan Jones? Like, why are they part of this team?
And Big Show and Albert. I think it was basically because A, Vince has a fucking muscle guy fetish.
That's what it is.
And B, they just wanted to say, oh, it's the fucking meatiest team in Survivor Series history. And, you know, that is true, but what the fuck?
My brother-in-law pointed out when we watched it together, like, if you look at, like, I don't know if you have a shot of all three of them on the turnbuckles during the match, but they all just look uniform. They're all the same height, almost got the similar kind of gear on. And, yeah, again, Vince liked those big dudes.
Cookie cutter bodybuilder team.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
He wanted, like, a fucking, like, army of clones, you know what I mean? Like, it just, like, you know, I understand, but, like, yeah, just very dry and not the Brock Lesnar we have today, who's very more colorful and charismatic and, like, funny.
But even that took forever to get.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that took so long.
You guys remember, like, some, like, the weird behind-the-scenes stuff with Kurt Angle? They would have, like, push-up contests together, him and Brock, and, like, drink milk together.
Oh, yeah.
There were, like, really goofy segments back then that, like, you look back on, like, that's what Brock was like back in the day. He was, like, there was that run, like, during, like, the COVID era and before, where he was, like, the most scary superstar
Yeah.
ever.
Oh, yeah.
He's still scary, but people, like him more because he's selling barbecue sauce and, like,
He's more likable.
yeah, he's a cowboy
He went from just like a crazy college athlete to like a fucking mountain man who can kill you with his bare hands. But dude, it's so cool to see a young Cena and a young Brock. Seeing them square up and knowing the matches that they would have in the future, like Lesnar decimating Cena at SummerSlam 2014 or their Extreme Rules match, like, it's so wild to go back and it's like going to a time capsule, you know? We talked about it a little bit, but Nathan Jones is so bad.
Damn.
Like, he is bad. Like, he's... I don't... Who the fuck... Like,
That's Ryko you're talking about.
there's one point in the match, Nathan Jones gets grabbed, okay? Big Show grabs him.
Yeah, the power transfer.
So,
That's what that means, though.
is that what
You
it is?
guys laugh.
I was asking
But
why.
that's what it is.
Does that, like, give him more leverage?
Yes.
But it's just taking his hands off of Benoit.
No.
I don't know.
That's the strength. It's like they're doing
80s
like
wrestling logic.
you know how like Peter and like Miles do their like super team up move
Oh my-
against Sandman.
Why are you
This is
comparing-
what this is. They're
Oh my
they're
God.
doing a super move together
That's hilarious because
to put more power on Benoit. Wait, these guys are more heroes than Sandman. They're taking down Benoit.
Oh, come on. Let's talk about Chris Benoit. Is it weird watching him for you guys? Like, can you guys watch it and
It's a
separate?
great question.
I've gotten over it. Like,
Can you separate the art from the artist?
I totally can, but that thought is it's always gonna be there.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I can when I'm watching a match with him, like again, like I said, it's always gonna be there. But he's a great wrestler, and he didn't do that shit yet.
Yeah.
When you're watching this, and like
That's true. It does take
I don't
place,
know,
though.
that's how I think of it, and I don't know, it helps me.
It's like Charles Manson. Like, he's such a brilliant musician, but he kind of did those murders, you know?
Yeah, but I've got to that point in my life where I can separate the art and stuff. Like, you know,
Totally.
I agree with Kyle. I still, obviously, you never, as wrestling fans, that's always going to be a stain on, like, you know, history. But like, I still at least enjoy this because, again, I grew up with this. I watch Benoit wrestle on TV every week.
Yeah.
So when that happened, obviously, it was like, wow, tragic. That's scary. But at the same time, I still appreciate
His
what
work.
what he did.
Because he was phenomenal in the ring.
Yeah.
And the company
And
at this
they
time
really-
was really pushing him.
I was just gonna say they really had faith in him during this time.
Oh, yeah. This match is basically just, you know, it's just to help further Cena and Benoit because they were both going to do bigger and better things the following year. Angle has an amazing hot tag in this match. The crowd goes fucking ballistic for Kurt Angle. It's so good to see him get appreciated. He is off a bean. Takes down Matt Morgan. German suplex after German suplex. Fucking
Dude,
like,
he is so awesome.
he is so awesome.
Angle's so fucking cool.
Hits an angle
dude.
slam on Matt Morgan, taps out Nathan Jones, who had no choice to tap because his bones are fucking more brittle
Yeah.
than Ric Flair's ego.
And Andrew, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why Nathan Jones is in this match.
To take
so he
the-
can
take the
fucking
time.
get his ass whooped by Kurt Angle.
Yeah, Nathan Jones, like, they're putting him over on commentary, like, oh, he's one of the toughest men in this match. I'm like, guys, I hate to remind you, but Kurt Angle won a gold medal in the Olympics with a broken
frickin' neck.
Not a broken freaking neck, a broken fucking neck. He's
Frickin'-
the toughest man in this match, not Nathan Jones.
It's true.
He's
it's
right.
damn true.
Chicken snacks.
Chicken snacks, baby.
Buck up, chicken snack.
Buck. I don't know. Chicken snacks, baby. I don't know what it's. Woo.
Buck.
If you buy these chicken snacks, it will make me some big bucks.
Toy Story 2.
Yup.
Only for a buck.
Oh my god. Something fucking ballistic happens in this match, which I did not expect. Chris Benoit submits Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, fuck you,
Crazy.
Brock.
Taps clean in the fucking ring. Everybody's chanting, you tapped out. It was awesome.
Huge for Benoit.
Huge. Because Brock was the most, like, pushed person in this company.
Absolutely.
And to tap him out clean in the ring, that's going to make some big bucks. Finish of the match, John Cena, with the ref distracted, gets his chain that he wears around his neck, knocks the Big Show, and then hits him with a fucking FU for the first time ever.
That's so awesome. I didn't know that was the first time.
Yeah, it was like Miles Morales using his lightning powers for the first time.
More fucking references. Oh my god. It's just like that. Exactly like that.
Exactly like that.
It was a passable match. The opening contest was a very passable match. It accomplished getting two things done. Getting Cena over and getting Benoit over.
Yeah, some quick action, like, you know, it is what it is, you know?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
At WrestleMania 20, they're just going to go in there and run roughshod over everybody.
Yeah, they have, like, great moments, giant moments for their career.
Great job by WWE.
This has to be my, like, favorite Vince McMahon. Like, this era of Vince, he is full Doctor Doom evil, and, like, he is an insane person. Dude. And there's nothing like, and the fact that he owns this company makes it 10 times funnier. This man has a fucking buried alive match later on.
Good. Backstage segment, Vince approaches Shane McMahon and discusses the irony that they're facing the Brothers of Destruction. Like, Vince is going like
family versus family, I guess.
He's kind of like a character on, oh my God, what's that fucking show about the church pastors?
Oh, Righteous Gemstones.
He's literally a character from Righteous Gemstones.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
He's like including religion in his promos. Vince is insane here.
He is like praying to a higher power for him to get through like tonight, but not through a way of where he's like begging for like help. He has like a diabolical grin.
Vince is fucking insane here. Shane basically tells Vince to fuck himself. Not literally, but pretty much. Out of curiosity going into the show, I watched a little bit of like the promos and, you know, just to familiarize myself. Vince had a promo, and I'll fucking clip it right here. Vince had a promo in which he said, I hope Undertaker, I hope his children get kidnapped. And he's like, and I want his wife to be raped.
You see, this is what's going to happen. Terrorists are going to burn down the Undertaker's house. Yeah. Huh? His children are going to be kidnapped. His wife, she's going to be raped by a motorcycle gang right in front of the Undertaker.
Like, what? He said that.
What?
God.
Vince is out of his fucking
That
mind.
wasn't in the video package.
He must have gotten into Kurt's perks because he's
Definitely.
he's saying some crazy shit at this time. Like, it's fucking insane. So after Shane tells Vince to fuck himself, you okay? I thought that was a fucking air purifier behind me.
He sounds like Joey Diaz. Okay, let's get to Vince and Stone Cold meeting eye to eye in the hallway.
Out in the hallway, Vince runs into his mortal enemy, Steve Austin, and they share a moment.
To say the least. They have a laugh.
It's really strange. Austin starts laughing, then Vince starts laughing, and Austin starts giggling, and Vince starts giggling, and then Austin, trademark fucking fuck you face,
Yeah.
goes back to normal, and then shoulder checks him on the way out. I love their chemistry so fucking much.
It's great.
It's literally Lex Luthor and Superman.
It's the best rivalry in like wrestling.
It really is. Our next contest is Molly Holly versus Lita. We go to the Raw announce team, making their debut appearance on Wrestling's Real, the iconic duo of King and good old JR.
Woo! You know how we say, this wrestling commentary team has to be one of the greatest ones, and I do love Heenan and Monsoon and Jesse Ventura and Taz and Cole, but Jim Ross especially. Mm-hmm. Nothing like him, and Jerry the King Lawler, of course. Those two are the best.
Jim Ross is my favorite play-by-play of all time.
Yeah, and getting older, I am kind of sick and tired of the King.
Yeah, no, especially during this match.
A lot of out-of-pocket shit from Jerry the King Lawler.
They are an iconic duo nonetheless.
But Jim Ross, fucking is on top of his game,
dude.
During here,
He's so good. He's so fucking.
They're the
good.
voices of our my childhood.
Absolutely.
It's like listen, like every time I read a Batman comic book, I always hear Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy. When I see wrestling, it could just be
these two are the commentators.
I hear them commentating all the time. Like they will always be the ones I want to hear,
because that's what we grew up on, and I think that really left an impression on us. Kind of like how like the generation before us, you know, they grew up with Monsoon and Heenan, so they glorify them. And I understand Gorilla and Heenan are so fucking good, but
Great.
JR and King, man,
JR really, his voice brings, like, it makes whatever's happening in the ring really important.
So this is the only women's match on the show. Young Tony Khan takes notes. Two amazing workers, especially Molly Holly. I'm so happy that she gets her flowers nowadays. And, you know, she got inducted into the Hall of Fame a couple years ago. She's so fucking good.
She's great.
And she's like the nicest human being on planet Earth from all accounts. I give WWE credit because they were trying to have a competent women's division around this time with really great workers like Molly and Victoria, Jazz, even Trish was coming into her own.
It was definitely competent, but it wasn't given time nor, I think, enough respect. I think the commentary doesn't help at all. I know Jim Ross is the straight-headed.
Yeah, he's on board. He's calling it like a pro.
Yeah, he's calling it like a pro, but it is like it can be a little bit distracting from the King.
Jerry Lawler, on the other hand, is like, man, I love titties.
Yeah. It is, and it is funny. It is funny, and you got to think of it for the time. And yeah, it is like, yeah, whatever. But again, watching it back, it's a little bit much.
It is. And even though they were trying to have a competent women's division, the match was still very dull. It was very paint by numbers. The only memorable thing is the finish where Molly, she exposes the turnbuckle and then, you know, drop toe holds Lita on it. Not a great match. Very paint by numbers.
Right.
They just don't care.
So this was the only women's match.
Only women's match on the show. Boys, it's time for Kane versus Shane McMahon in an ambulance match. The video package is so fucking intense.
It is so awesome.
They play O Fortuna, and...
You mean Bib Fortuna?
I'm sorry, Bib Fortuna.
Bib Fortuna. What is it? O Fortuna?
O Fortuna, not Bib Fortuna.
The song works.
The song works because the storyline, like... The storyline deserves it, quite frankly.
And also, like, I know I was mentioning that I did not like Maskless Kane as a kid, but rewatching this is one of, like, Kane's best runs.
Dude, we didn't appreciate this Kane at the time.
No, not at all. This Kane was the most threatening. It was the most scary.
He was like Hannibal Lecter and Michael Myers.
Yeah, oh yeah. And he fucking lit people on fire.
He burned Jim Ross.
Shocked the fuck out of Shane's nuts.
Tombstone Linda, which is basically the reason for this match. But the match begins with fucking pure
chaos.
Just chaos. Brawl to the outside, goes through a fucking table. Like, Shane is the greatest non-wrestler ever.
He really is.
Shane really is. And like I told Kyle this, but he won Rookie of the Year in like 99 or 2000, I can't remember which year, but he basically rejected it. He's like, no, this award's for the boys. Like, I'm not one of the boys.
What a guy.
And listen, if you've taken the bumps Shane has taken in his career, you're one of the boys. Because he's literally putting himself, his body, his well-being at risk with all the crazy shit he does. But Shane lures Kane to the back, and it reminded me of like Halloween. The way he's just like egging him on, like, come on. It's just Michael Myers just swinging a fucking knife or something. He sneak attacks him with the kendo stick, backs a fucking truck into him.
Oh, yeah.
He backs a truck into Kane.
And then he like calls him like...
Another ambulance.
Send it.
Yeah, he brings out a giant walkie-talkie. I thought he was going to call in like an airstrike on him.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah, like... But
he got 5 kills in Modern Warfare.
Jesus Christ.
He got Predator missile. But... but... Yeah, that was crazy. Like, again, with the Shane match, you're gonna get get some good stuff, and we sure did in this match.
Dude, he calls the ambulance. Kane recovers. He's like Michael Myers, dude. It's like he beats the ever-loving shit out of Shane.
It is like the match is set up like a horror.
It is honestly like a horror movie because like he's not afraid of Kane, but like he thinks that he can outsmart him because like he thinks he's just mentally not there. So like he thinks he can actually square up. It's actually really frightening if you think about it because the Kane character is he's scary and it's genius because he thought, like everybody thought, that he was literally burned underneath, but it turns out that he wasn't burnt. It was
He's just insane.
It was it wasn't physical wounds, it was mental wounds.
Yeah, that's a neat little turn.
And at the time, I thought it was stupid. I thought it was lame. Why did you take the mask off of one of my favorite wrestlers? But looking back, so good. He beats the fuck out of Shane, throws him into the windshield. Real glass, CM Punk. Cry me a river. They use the ambulance as a weapon. I remember at one point, Shane swung the door and hit Kane in the head as hard as he could.
Oh, man.
It made the loudest thud.
Oh, my God.
He had like a little makeshift platform for him to land on, which is smart. Because imagine if he landed on concrete. He probably would have. But he hits the coast to coast. It was fucking insane. Kane just damages Shane and tombstones him on the concrete stage.
Right on the concrete.
Kane wins, throws Shane in the ambulance. A fantastic car crash match.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
How old is that ambulance?
Yeah, I was gonna say there's leather inside.
That's like a Bond car.
That fucking ambulance almost no-sold too in the fucking in the beginning of the match.
Ambulance went into business for itself.
It almost botched on the pyro. Remember the pyro? And it was in the middle of the pyro, and they had to back up during the pyro.
Oh yeah.
Go to the beginning of the match. It's insane. Like they have like they
when Kane comes out.
We're breaking kayfabe here, but the stage workers put out these little like canisters, and it looks like a light strip almost, and it was going off, but where the fucking ambulance was parked, it was in the middle of it, and it was like almost caught on fire, and the guy started backing up a little bit.
Oh wait,
I didn't notice that.
Very beginning of the match is when the ambulance comes out.
I think he smiled.
He's like, "You good?"
He's like,
"Yeah, look at him." He's like, "You good in there?"
Backstage segment, we go to Josh Matthews, and he's interviewing Brock.
Brock's butt hurt.
Josh does the dumbest thing. He pokes the bear, basically saying like, "How does it feel submitting?
You little bitch.
How does it feel like? How does it feel losing? You lost for the team.
You tapped out, you little punk bitch."
And the crowd does the "You tapped out" chant. Brock is ready to kill Josh Matthews until Goldberg comes in and introduces himself.
Yeah.
Kyle's wounded lover.
There he is.
But Goldberg comes in and he asks Brock if he's going to wish him luck in the main event and kind of just brushes him off. Kind of like a dick. He's a baby face here, but I feel bad for Brock.
Why?
Because like this dude comes in, "Yeah, you're going to wish me luck, buddy." Like it's kind of a bully move. I don't blame Brock for wanting to go after Goldberg.
Dude, Goldberg is everybody loves Goldberg over here.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So you gotta be on Goldberg's side.
At the time, this was awesome, but in hindsight, it's regrettable because
It doesn't really hold up.
it sets up their WrestleMania 20 match, which is dog shit.
Oh, it's awful. It's
It's one of the worst matches I've ever seen in my fucking life. Have you ever watched that match, Mario?
I don't think so.
Good. Let's keep it that way.
Yeah, don't.
Now I want to.
Coach makes his way to the ring with a neck brace because I guess the Dudley Boys 3D'd him backstage. Not backstage, last week. Jim Ross and King bury him on the way to the ring. JR is just like, "Oh, he wants to volunteer for enema research." I'm like, what? That's a terrible fucking thing to say. Coach assures fans that he's okay and he'll make a full recovery. Coach was going to leave, but then spots Marc Cuban in the front row, owner of the Dallas Mavericks, an eventual shark on Shark Tank. Yeah, it's so weird because Coach, he cuts a promo and he's like, "Oh, guys, I'm going to be okay. Bye." Oh, wait a minute. Is that Marc Cuban? Like, it's such an obvious tactic.
Yeah, just a little break so we can get our popcorn and drinks.
You can tell Marc Cuban's a wrestling fan because he's just like, "I want to see Steve Austin and I want to see him beat Eric Bischoff's ass."
Yeah,
it's
Mark,
like, you fucking billionaire, Mark.
He's right. Mark's right.
But Eric Bischoff comes out and antagonizes him.
Eric Bischoff is hilarious, man. Eric Bischoff is, again, another goofy like evil character for no reason. Just going out, starting shit.
He pushes Cuban. Cuban responds by shoving Bischoff. And then, uh-oh.
Out of nowhere.
You think it's gonna fucking end? Nope. Randy Orton comes in, RKO to Cuban, and Cuban, really good sell.
Randy Orton! Randy Orton, the legend killer!
Yeah, man.
Safe bump, perfectly flat.
Looks good.
Looks great. And he stays down.
He stays down, but then a little bit, like, as Randy's going up the ramp, Marc is already up. He's being held up? I'm not sure.
Well, Marc must have watched episode 2 of Wrestling's Real. He probably took notes from Hawk after his match with Kurosawa. Mark Cuban in kayfabe should be dead. Too bad they drove the only ambulance out of there for kayfabe purposes.
Yeah.
Backstage, we go to Evolution's dressing room. Oh my God.
This is why you have to love Evolution and like this Triple H. I think it's fucking hilarious.
It is hilarious. Dude, Ric Flair makes his 3rd consecutive appearance on Wrestling's Real.
Ric Flair again, a different, but
3 eras of Flair.
Now this is my Ric Flair I grew up with.
Guys, episode 1 was the real world champion. The 2nd episode was a horseman. And here we got Evolution fucking middle-aged sex machine.
But there's Rick with some champagne. All the boys from Evolution.
Flair's
champagne.
Flair's basically like, listen, ladies, lay off, okay? The champ, he's got to go to work tonight. And it's just like, oh my God.
The champ cannot get weak in the knees yet, girl.
The champ cannot be weak in the knees.
The champ cannot be weak. He's got a big match with Goldberg, for God's sakes. This reminds me of Goldmember. I'm sorry, girls. I'm sorry. That's what this reminds me of. But they share it toast. Randy comes in, basically, just alerting Evolution, be like, there's a wild Mark Cuban in the area. Girls start playing with his nips.
Oh, man.
Hate when they do that.
That was kind of weird.
That's okay.
Why did they do that? Why did he enjoy that? Because he was smirking. He's like, hello.
Yeah, you say play, but it wasn't. She pulled his nip.
Yeah, she pinched it. I would
pulled it.
They do it hard to fucking Randy.
Don't
too.
do that shit.
Yeah.
Randy comes in, he gets a fucking. It's like that boss battle in Mario Sunshine with the octopus, and you have to fucking hit it its fucking mouth, and you pull it until it fucking launches into the water.
I never thought I would hear a Mario Sunshine reference.
We're having a party right now.
We then go to the Basham brothers versus I'm sorry.
Can't say Basham Brothers with a straight face, can you?
No, the Bashams versus Los Guerreros. I can say that with a straight face. So I remember the Bashams. I remember them being a part of JBL's cabinet with Orlando Jordan.
I don't remember this version
forgot.
of the Bashams.
I completely forgot that they started off as S&M cucks. It was so weird.
But I do love Shaniqua.
Shaniqua, Linda Miles, winner of the 2nd season of Tough Enough.
Nice.
Remember Spinners?
I remember that.
Cool. That was super cool.
Again, the best part about this is Eddie and Chop.
Yeah, I was excited to see an Eddie match. But yeah, this definitely was my favorite match of it was kind of like a forgettable.
It was sick. They made their entrance on their Los Santos Customs fucking pickup truck. And this is basically just a filler to further the breakup of Los Guerreros and set up Eddie's singles push. I mean, and for good reason, because no offense to Chavito, but Eddie is too good to be in a tag team. He really is. Yeah. Maybe early in his career, he was with Art Barr. That worked, but he's such a star.
How about Los Guerreros going after Shaniqua? Just straight up just going after her.
They tried to do a China thing with her, because she would
a little bit.
She would square up with
this
the guys.
Is straight up just dominatrix. It's weird.
I feel so bad for the Bashams because the best part about the Bashams is Shaniqua, at least in this iteration of the character.
Yeah.
There was a part of the match, and I wrote it down because it made me laugh. Shaniqua is on the outside, and no word of a lie, she goes, "Come on, Basham!" She can't tell them apart either. But to be fair, the Bashams aren't no slouches. Okay, they're pretty good considering this terrible gimmick.
That's whatever. I literally have nothing to say about the Bashams other than, I remember seeing them in WWE Day of Reckoning.
Oh my God, they were in Day of Reckoning, weren't they?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my God.
I wasn't a fan of the Guerreros Arizona iced tea.
You don't like the Arizona iced tea tights?
Yeah, like what a weird color for Guerrero to be wearing. I don't know.
No, I like it.
I think
looks
Eddie pulls
weird
it
for
off.
me.
Eddie pulls it off.
everything off.
Eddie's so good, so smooth in this match, basically doing all of the work. And Chavo's a great wrestler, but like it's Eddie's time to shine, and Vince knew that.
Oh, yeah.
But one of the most memorable things about this match is at some point in the match, Shaniqua gets involved. Do you guys remember this?
Yeah.
Shaniqua goes up on the apron and tries to distract the referee, and Chavo beats the fuck out of her.
Yeah, man. I mentioned it before. They go after her.
Yeah. Like, and it should be a disqualification, but what are you gonna do?
Is that Jimmy Corderas?
That's
Corderas?
referee Jimmy Corderas.
He does not give a fuck.
Yeah, it's like you're trying to win the tag team titles. Don't hit a fucking frog splash on their manager.
Yeah, it costs them the match too.
Yeah,
They spank her.
Oh my God, I forgot about this. It wasn't enough that she got beat up by Chavo, a frog splash from Eddie Guerrero, but they spanked her.
It's a great spot.
She got her. She gets her ass smacked a bunch of times by Chavo because, well, those were the days.
Those were the days.
The finish of the match, Chavo hit Doug Basham with a swinging DDT, and he accidentally kicked Eddie. He accidentally kicks Eddie. Chavo shows remorse, but he gets rolled up. The tights are pulled. 1, 2, 3. Basham's retained. Again, this match was just filler to further the breakup of Los Guerreros. What do you boys think?
I think it was just fine. Nothing special, to be honest, but I do love seeing Guerreros, and I kind of like Shaniqua. I gotta be honest.
Okay, that's good.
But I don't think they needed to spank her. But
That went a little too far, but those were the days.
let's move on to the good stuff.
Oh yeah, baby. We go back to Jerry Lawler and Jim Ross. They throw to the video package for, quite honestly, it's no surprise, the best match of the night. It is Team Bischoff versus Team Austin.
Now this is a fucking Secret Wars fight right here, dude.
So if Team Austin wins, then Stone Cold can open as many cans of whoop ass as he wants. Because there was a rule where he couldn't attack anybody unless he was physically provoked. Mm-hmm. So this match was basically to 86 that rule. But if Bischoff wins, Austin is relieved of his co-GM duties and fired from WWE.
Some high stakes here.
Another terrific video package, by the way.
Oh, yeah, like the video packages here, man. Just nail it.
They did such a good job explaining, building Austin up, going through his history, and then, cutting to modern day, at the time, modern day, where he becomes a co-GM of Raw. He starts opening whoop ass. Linda basically tells him to his face, no, you can't touch anybody. And Stone Cold not whipping people's asses, man. It's like Ric Flair not being drunk at a panel.
You can't unhinge Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Whoever is editing these video packages should win a fucking Emmy.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. It's beautiful. It's so over the top, but it gets the point across, and it gets you really pumped up for it.
Team Austin is comprised of Rob Van Dam, Booker T, the Dudleys, and Shawn Michaels.
What a team.
And Team Bischoff is comprised of Chris Jericho, Christian, Randy Orton, Mark Henry, and Scott Steiner. Poor Scott Steiner.
Yeah.
Like, he was at the tail end of WCW, he was like the guy, and now he's just another guy. Because he was a big fish in a small pond in WCW. Over here, he's a small fish in a big pond.
What are you going to do, man? You got HBK, you got Booker T. Like, come on. Give me a break.
To be honest, I don't even want to cover this match. Like, words don't do it justice. This is my favorite traditional Survivor Series match of all time.
Gotta love seeing Teddy Long too out there. Heel Teddy Long. That's
Mark
rare.
Henry.
That is very rare.
Like, going into this match, I knew it was good, but I forgot how good it was. Mm-hmm. The first half of the match is pretty straightforward, actually. I mean, good wrestling all around, but nothing special.
The more towards the late third it's
30 minutes long.
So yeah, like the third act of it is when it gets real good.
Like the first half, I compare it to like a typical like a typical summer blockbuster. Just an action movie, like, oh, this is, just a popcorn flick. The second half is like a fucking Scorsese movie.
Yeah.
Like Booker gets eliminated, then RVD, and then the Dudleys.
The odds are against the baby faces.
The weight of the world is on Austin, and the weight of the world, Austin's career is all on Shawn Michaels' shoulders. At the end of this match, it wasn't about Austin or Bischoff. It was about Shawn.
It was all about Shawn, and what a great story to tell. Like,
yeah,
the odds are against him. He is getting his ass fucking kicked.
Crimson Mask.
Oh my god, he's bloodied,
and
he's wearing the HBK tights.
He's wearing the Survivor Series '97 tights. That's a nice touch.
That is my favorite look of HBK, man.
And he's so good.
Oh, HBK, he's the greatest wrestler ever.
He really is. HBK in this match, he's basically Austin's only lifeline. He's out there representing Austin, representing his team, and the heels, one by one, are just trying to fuck HBK over. After Jericho gets eliminated, he hits Shawn Michaels with a steel chair. Shawn is completely bloody. Not the worst blade job of the night. We'll get to that. But like I said, the weight of the world is on Shawn's shoulders. He tries. He kicks out
so many times. The drama is at an all-time high, and fucking Dave Bautista comes in when the ref is out and ruins everything.
But goddamn, I expected it almost.
It is great, but man, I was so on HBK's side, and I know we all are in this match, but
definitely.
goddamn, I was so man, what a great ending. Honestly, Andrew, I wasn't expecting Team Austin to lose.
You thought Team Austin was going to win going into this match.
I was not expecting that.
I thought Shawn was going to pull it off too.
I got a Roman Reigns win tummy ache when Batista came out and did the Batista
Wait a minute,
bomb.
can you say that again?
The Roman Reigns tummy ache?
What does that mean?
Guess? When Roman Reigns the babyface is on top, and then
when the Usos comes out and
quick switch, an interruption, or Roman just wins a match and you get that tummy ache of sadness.
I've never heard anybody describe that before. I'm so happy I know what it's called now. Because I felt that at Crown Jewel.
You felt that a lot of times, I'm sure, bro.
I felt that. I know.
I felt that many
Mario
times.
felt a Roman Reigns coma at WrestleMania.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Austin looks absolutely shook. He comes out to the ring, in which I thought was fucking awesome. He consoles HBK. HBK says, "I'm sorry, I couldn't get it done."
A very nice moment.
Such a nice moment.
You kind of you kind of expect a stunner coming, or
yeah, it's always in the back of your mind.
But it doesn't happen.
It's always in the back of your mind.
You know what I'm probably gonna say. This
Social
scene,
media.
This scene just reminded me.
Wait, what scene?
This of him consoling Shawn, carrying up and shit. But when he's laying down, he's hovering over him. I just saw Iron Man hovering over War Machine in Civil War when Vision shot him down.
Oh my god!
He broke both
I
of
would
his
be
legs.
fucking pissed if that Shawn Michaels is a Skrull. I would fucking kill you.
He became a
that
Skrull
Shawn-
after this.
I would be so upset.
He looks like a Skrull in NXT nowadays.
He's a Skrull now.
But Steve Austin consoles HBK, accepts his apology. It is you can see it in real time, him accepting the fact that it's all over. And it's sad. It's
it
really
is sad.
They walk out into the sunset. Austin's music hits again.
Yeah.
Hits again. He comes out to get his final farewell. I thought it was a botch at first, but then I see him walk out. I'm like, oh man, that's cool. They're giving him his final goodbye.
Yeah.
Austin cuts a promo basically saying that he started his career in Texas.
Very a very nice emotional promo that you don't usually get from Stone Cold. And
I have a feeling it wasn't Steve Austin talking. It was Steve Williams talking.
you could tell because his voice is very shot here.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, I started my career here in Dallas, Texas.
Which is crazy because 19 years later, he would say the same thing in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah. But he didn't do this in the most recent WrestleMania.
Beat the shit out of Coach?
Yeah. He didn't.
It was
beat the
great.
shit out of coaching the enhancement talent.
I love that.
I mean, security. My bad.
The security, Kyle. God.
Sorry.
It's still real to me, damn it. Coach comes out singing, na 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 na, hey, hey, hey,
Son
goodbye.
of a bitch.
Piece of shit. And Jim Ross on fucking commentary is like, I can't believe this. Like, he is disgusted. And quite
As he should
frankly,
be.
I was disgusted too, because Jonathan
too.
Coachman, well, not Jonathan Coachman, the man, the coach, has the most punchable fucking face. He's such a slimy prick, comes out with the enhancement, security. And basically, Austin just beats the shit out of him. Doesn't give a fuck. He's fired. I don't care. Throw the rule book away.
Good stunner, by the way.
Great stunner. And when Jerry Lawler said, "Oh, that's maybe the last stunner we've ever seen," I just chuckled to myself. I'm like, "Oh my god, you have no idea, buddy."
Yeah.
He calls for the Miller Lights. Calls for those Millie Lights. Leaves one in the ring. A symbolic, quote unquote, end to the Steve Austin character. Actually, this is technically an end of an era. This is his last full-time run. So
it is. So he did stop for a while after
did
This
stop
is
for a while.
truly the Attitude Era ending. I think.
this late?
I mean, like, I feel like he kept it alive, man. I mean, I know we had Ruthless Aggression, but there was still flavors of Attitude because I was still hanging on here. I was still watching.
Interesting.
And it was around this time when I started to fade away because, of course, my guy left.
yeah.
And yeah, he came back later with, doing like some manager stuff when ratings weren't too good.
That's
and shit.
interesting. A lot of
But-
people consider WrestleMania 17 to be like the end of the Attitude Era.
That's fair.
Possibly, yeah. I mean,
I feel like
that's probably the official end date, but but it lives on with him. He, like I said earlier in
Debatable.
the show, he is the Attitude Era, in my opinion.
He is.
he is.
But a beautiful ending. A beautiful ending to this match, and a beautiful ending just overall. This should have main evented. Shawn
Yeah.
with a crimson mask walking backstage with Austin, and Austin coming out and giving a toast. That should have ended it, but fucking Papa Trips had to politic. The world title's supposed to go on last.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's fair.
Reign of Terror Jones.
So here we are. The next match, Undertaker versus Mr. McMahon.
Not Vince McMahon.
Not Vince. It's Mr. McMahon. And so I don't know how to start this. I gotta be honest. But all I gotta say is this video package is hilarious. What you said before with Vince, like saying all that horrible shit about like his wife or whatever,
Oh my god.
that was not mentioned in this video package. They kind of just said that Vince would say, "You would never be WWE champion, never."
Yeah.
like that verbatim.
Yeah, he's like, as long as I'm breathing,
As
right?
long as I'm breathing, you will never.
And Taker, you will don't you ever
and
disrespect
that
your man.
pissed Taker off, and now we have a buried alive match, I guess.
Because Undertaker took it literally. He's like, I
Yeah.
guess I'm gonna have to kill him.
But I don't know why they didn't put the stuff you mentioned earlier.
I don't think they wanted to bring that up again.
But no, they're gonna push Vince in his higher power.
yeah, Vince is
I
absolutely.
don't understand.
Yeah, like 2003 to 2006, Vince McMahon,
Is the best.
he's insane. Honestly, insane. Like, there's so many classic
This guy
moments.
owns the fucking company.
Owns the
doing this
company,
shit.
books the show, does all this stuff. That's the equivalent of like fucking like Tony Khan going out there and saying that, John Moxley, I hope your wife is raped. Like, imagine. But we hear Undertaker's shitty theme song. I'm sorry.
I do not like
fucking
this
hate this
theme
song.
either.
I hate this goddamn theme. I
But,
like the instrumental. I hate the
Yeah, no, I'm the Limp Bizkit guy.
Oh, hell yeah.
I like
yeah.
the keep rolling.
Yeah.
I like that. I
I'm
think
fine
that's
with that.
better.
I'm fine
But,
with Biscuit.
Undertaker is looking awesome. I gotta be honest. He's tanned the fuck up. He's ready to
great
kick the
shape.
shit out of Vince.
Vince comes out clasping his hands like in prayer. Like, what
Yeah,
the fuck
yeah,
is he doing?
Yeah, he's just but he's doing it in like a mischievous like grin,
Like sarcastic?
praying to God. I don't know. I don't think it's sarcastically.
Absolutely fucking insane.
But
The match starts.
Starts with just a haymaker from Undertaker, and Vince immediately blades.
And it's a gusher.
It's pouring. Like we were
so
talking about
gross.
Shawn looking gross. This is 10 times worse. Like this is like dripping blood nonstop, pools of blood. It's disgusting.
Because I was watching it with Kelly, and she's just like, it looks like somebody poured fruit punch all over him.
Yeah.
It's like, you can see it like spilling out of his forehead, dripping onto the mat. It's a bloody fucking mess. And Undertaker's beating the shit out of him. I would love to say, like, I can beat the shit out of my boss with no repercussions. It's fantastic. I love my boss, though. Please don't fire me. Anyway, Vince is screaming and writhing in pain. This is a fucking snuff film. This is a goddamn snuff film.
This guy owns the company.
He owns the company.
He viciously bladed, and he's getting his act.
He's got meetings and shit to go to.
Yeah, like
he walks in with a bloody face.
That's why you gotta respect it.
I do.
You gotta respect it.
I don't agree with some of his misgivings.
He's an insane person, but
there will never
doing
be
this shit.
Listen, there will never be another Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
No, there never will be, for better or worse.
He goes up to the stage. Boys, do you remember this?
Yes.
He goes to the stage, grabs a metal shovel.
Oh my God, Mr. McMahon's day of reckoning!
Undertaker smashes.
That I think that's the reason why Roman won the Rumble.
In 2015?
Yeah, because Vince's brain just fucking scrambled.
Any sort of collision to the head is just going to make all the blood reach to it again. So, like, he's dripping again. Like, I'm surprised he didn't fucking, like, go into shock. like, he's not human.
This guy is also not a wrestler either.
He's not a wrestler. Him and his son are not wrestlers and have some of the craziest
and they're
brawls.
the greatest wrestlers, like, ever during this time. They're having, like, the most entertaining matches.
They are. And Vince knows how to entertain. He smashes his ankle.
Oh, my God. Look at that pool of blood.
There's
so
pools
gross.
everywhere. Everywhere. Pools of blood. And this was back in the day. Like, nobody wore gloves. Nobody was fucking taking... Like, the wellness policy didn't exist. Fucking Vince's blood is filled with testosterone and, like,
hilarious.
HGH. Getting on everybody, splashing into the crowd. Like, it's disgusting.
What a showman. They're tussling on the pound of dirt, and then Vince throws the dirt in Undertaker's eyes.
That's right. And he's about to throw Taker in.
Hits him in the... Yeah. Hits him with the shovel.
Taker comes out, throws Vince in there. Boom. Kane comes out.
Pyro, like, shoots up from, like, the... Whatever the fuck that is. What do you call that? That, like, bulldozer
It looks like a
thing?
bulldozer.
Like, pyro comes off that.
Pyro
and then
comes
Kane
off,
attacks.
scares the shit out of the Undertaker. Michael Cole's selling it in a commentary. He's like, "Oh my God, that explosion must have made Undertaker go unconscious." I'm like, okay, that's not how pyro works, bro.
Sure,
but
man. No, it's Kane's fire. Okay, it's not pyro.
Kane throws his brother into the grave, tells Vince to go up to the bulldozer or whatever the fuck that is, pours dirt all over him. Kane is raising his fist.
Iconic shot.
And my God, dude, Kane just buried the Undertaker. This would inevitably set up their match at WrestleMania 20. This match was a snuff film, but it was like a car accident.
It was fun.
I couldn't look away. Mario, did you dig this match? Get it? Buried alive?
Yeah, I didn't expect. I didn't remember this outcome was a thing. So I was a little shocked that that Vince went over on this. With
Yeah,
this
I wasn't expecting Vince to win
Vince
until
books
Andrew told
himself
me.
to go over.
Yeah.
Beating the Undertaker, his greatest creation. But it's cool because it's another chapter in the book of Brothers of Destruction. Like, it's memorable. It's very memorable.
It's very important.
So it was cool, man. It is time for your main event. The World Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Goldberg versus Triple H. Because, you know, why put the best match on last when you could put the worst match on last? Guys, this match was really bad.
Can I just say the best part about this, the Triple H and Goldberg thing, is that Triple H put a bounty on Goldberg's head.
Yeah, like a fucking Far Cry villain.
I put Arkham Origins.
Oh my God.
He's Black Mask, and he's calling out a hit on Goldberg. till Christmas or whatever the fuck.
I gotta.
But
replay
yeah,
it.
that was like him with the briefcase full of like money. That is
100,000.
so funny to me.
And
I
remember
love
who
that.
cashed it in? Not cashed it in. Do
I
you
do-
remember who accepted the bounty? Batista.
Oh, Batista. Okay.
Yeah, they injured Goldberg's ankle, or he injured
Right.
Goldberg's
That's
ankle.
the whole story of this match is
Yeah.
Goldberg's leg.
Why are you putting Goldberg in a match where you need to convey any sort of storytelling? This man is notorious for having 2-minute squash matches. Okay.
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 Thank you.
But no, you're 100% right. And I am not a huge fan of Goldberg and the 3-minute match type thing, but
It worked at the time.
Goldberg only works for that, in my opinion.
His shtick, okay, was I'm talking like Ric Flair.
Get in, beat your ass, and leave.
Yeah,
Spear, jackhammer.
but that has a shelf life.
It does.
And by 2003, man, that shit was played out.
And can I just say, Triple H's fucking ring gear's the worst.
He was nursing a quad injury, so I'll give him a pass.
But why that?
'Cause-
just wear full pants.
Well, it's compression shorts to like relieve pressure on his thighs.
Just wear the full pants.
Oh yeah, he could have wore his old school.
Yeah, it
Green
looks way
tights.
better. I don't like
Yeah.
those tights.
Ric Flair is on the outside just shouting, and
Ric Flair's Ric Flair.
he's
I love
Nation.
him.
He's Nation. I love manager Ric Flair
So sweaty.
just shaking his hair. It's so funny.
He there is nobody like Rick, because Rick is always on fire, whether he is being a manager or in the ring. He is always just on fire. He's always moving. Yeah.
There's really nothing to this match. I just think it really exposes Goldberg.
Yeah, and we mentioned before, Goldberg was not fucking with this run.
No,
Like,
you can tell he was sick of it. He had a chip on his shoulder. He obviously didn't want to be there. So why put him in the main event? It just doesn't make sense to me.
oh, look at all that blood from fucking Vince's match.
Didn't even clean it up.
No.
Did you like this match, Mario?
It's I can't like tell you any spot in this whole match.
Even when it's on the television, you're like, oh, what's happening?
Yeah, like I mean, it was funny to see Rick do a couple spots on Goldberg. Like he's like a fucking vicious jaguar, is like waiting for someone to come outside the fucking cage and attack him.
He's naching up. Ref's distracted. Rick's going after Goldberg's ankle, and it's just classic
But
Rick.
I think Vince thought that would save the main event of like we put Rick in there to get the crowd excited, because other than that, like this should have been like the second match of the night.
It really should have.
Totally Triple H.
Yeah, the main event honestly should have been the Team Austin, Team Bischoff. It was the best story going into the show. It was the best match of the night.
But
Like,
I
come
understand
on.
what you're talking about now about the Reign of Terror. Like, yeah, this is-
Disappointing. But yeah, guys, the second episode in a row with a pretty deflating main event. I was kind of bummed. Because like going into the show, I was.
What do you expect with this?
I mean, I wasn't excited, but I thought there would be some theatrics or something cool. But
it got a little bit better towards the end.
yeah, he fights off Evolution. Goldberg picks up the sledgehammer, puts it down. He doesn't need no fucking sledgehammer. He needs a
Spear
and
perhaps a jackhammer.
perhaps a jackhammer. 1, 2, 3. Goldberg retains. Pretty okay ending.
I like the ending. Again, the match should have been fucking 4 minutes.
The match should have been like really, really short, but Triple H and his
I know Triple H,
Reign
attacking the ankle,
Reign of
yada,
Terror,
yada,
Yeah.
storytelling. I
signed the
understand.
bottom.
Sign the bottom.
I
Look
just
at
want to be
Goldberg,
I want to be
baby
a.
face, letting the kids touch the title. That's a
Goldberg-
good guy.
He is a good guy though. Walks out.
Watch Santa Slay. That's a pretty good fucking horror movie. It's hilarious.
We should watch Santa Slay this year.
Should.
Fade to Black. That was Survivor Series, baby.
Pretty good.
Overall, it in my opinion, it's the best show we watched so far.
Oh fucking yeah, absolutely.
As good as the Rumble was, like for the last match, for the Rumble match itself, this pay-per-view was a complete package. Even though there was some bad stuff. Okay, the women's match didn't light the world
Absolutely.
on fire, and the tag match was kind of but the 2 Survivor Series matches were fucking awesome. The mere spectacle of Vincent Taker and Kane and Shane McMahon This gets a huge thumbs up from me. Guys, Survivor Series 2003, off the docket. What'd you think, Mario?
I thought it was tremendous. I thought it was really good, fun. It's like wrestling that I remember as a kid, so it was like really enjoyable to kind of relive that a little bit, and it made me want to watch TV from this era. I kind of want to go back now and see some of the stuff I missed live.
So if you ever have any spare time, I know you're a fucking social media butterfly. You're on Twitch. You're doing crazy shit. But if you ever have the time, when I recommend a show, watch like the promos surrounding it. You'll find a lot of cool shit. Like Vince wishing Undertaker's wife got raped. That was a gem I was not expecting.
That was amazing. Mario, you should watch that. No,
I was in here watching that like late at night. I was having a few Trulies and I nearly spit it out. I'm
it's
like,
the best era, but it's also like the most fucking ridiculous.
Oh, Ruthless Aggression is crazy, and I will visit the Ruthless Aggression era anytime. This was a lot of fun, boys.
It was, man.
Ton of fun.
So that is it, ladies and gentlemen, for this installment of Wrestling's Real. If you celebrate, happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, and happy Survivor Series. Even though it's probably the least important major show in WWE's year nowadays, I still love Survivor Series, and I still appreciate Survivor Series and the legacy of this pay-per-view. As for Wrestling's Real, guys, I am Andy. That's Kyle. Say hi, Kyle.
Hi. Goodbye.
And I'm Mario Lima. Bro.
And that is Mario. Guys, remember, wrestling is real.
Okay, listen. You see all this? You see all this brown and black stuff on the floor? Okay. You're gonna squeeze one of the things, and you're gonna, and I'm gonna shoot water out of my mouth. Okay.